Hey everybody, it's Justin from Bitterbuilt, and this is day 3 of the National Hardware Show, my final video on this series. If you haven't seen day 1 and 2, go check them out because there were so many cool things to see at this show. It's my favorite show to go attend during the year. So let's get in there today on Bitterbuilt. We're here with Britton Tools, and this is Britton Foster. How you doing?
Good.
I don't know where you got your business name from. And you have 2 really amazing tools. Why don't you lead us in on these?
Yes, we do. So I'm a passionate wood guy, and so I created these tools for the working environment. So this is the Britton Square. I invented it just to, I guess, make it a more versatile tool. So the concept is just to have the ability to lock it in any angle. You have preset angles every 5 degrees, or you can lock it into a specific angle. How that helps is if you're trying to find an angle on any slope, you can place it up on this and find the slope by checking the level. So once you check the level, you know you have the right angle. And so to demonstrate that, we can level it here, lock it, and this shows us what pitch we're at and what angle.
Make sure we see that the level's built in right up here as well. And this is really robust aluminum construction. This, when I first looked at this, I thought this is plastic, especially with the neon green, but oh no, this is built for a contractor.
No, you're right. It's a 3/8 thick, and we have like one of the longest heels in the industry. So, you know, boards that have kind of uneven surface, it allows you to get a more accurate measurement. So you can place it, once we find the angle, like I said, we can reference that to, like, maybe if you're gonna do a cutoff on the end of the rafter, you can mark it right away and it's already locked into the angle, okay? So if you wanna also do a seat cut, if you're gonna do building a wall, you can literally make a seat cut right there. So that gives you the ability to just build walls like normal construction. So,
fantastic.
So we got 3 levels. Like you said, we have these 2 here, and then we also have the bullseye level at the end. That can help for plumbing post, if you're doing cable railing or anything like that. So it really speeds it up. So.
And then you have a holster for this as well that's really well constructed.
Yes, so this is a fiber reinforced nylon holster, and this will mount on your side, and it's quick access and it's not going to fall out. So
fantastic.
And that mounts to your side. So what you can also do is you can put it on an outside corner. You can place the square up to the outside corner until it sits flat, okay? That gives you the exact angle, and what you'll do is add 45 to that angle. It gives you a total angle, and then if you cut that in half, that angle, it gives you a 45 to wrap trim around an outside corner.
So now you also have, you know, normally we go to a booth, we try to only show one tool, but the other one I couldn't not show as well. So why don't you tell us about the Turbo Blade?
So the Turbo Blade is a new product. It's going to be on Kickstarter soon. So this is a automatic, fully automatic, lithium powered charged Turbo Blade dispensing tape. So you can control it manually if you want, but the purpose is to power it up and you can have full control of your blade with just a flip of a switch.
So, you know, when there are other different types of tape measures out there that have different mechanisms and things, you know, Britton, you showed me this before we started rolling.
Yes.
And why I was interested in showing this to you was literally the range that you are able to throw this tape to where, you know, if you know my channel, you know that I have a Christmas light business. We're up on ladders. We're doing all sorts of stuff. To be able to have 2 guys on a ladder at a separation point and to be able to throw this 25 feet to be able to get it is fantastic. Could you actually...
Not only safe, but very effective for getting the job done.
Oh, yeah. So, could you show them how high it shoots up? And this is something really key. I mean, if you've ever been trying to, like, measure the height of a wall, you know how your tape measure wants to instantly flop. So
yeah, so this is like a propulsion design. It literally shoots with 3 different speed modes. So you can literally shoot it wherever you want. So you can go up as high as you want and return it back without even breaking.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's as simple as that. I guess the concept is to use it like a traditional tape. So you can hook it on a board. You know, certain lasers and stuff, you can't use it that way because it's not as practical. So this is like a practical tape for doing quick measurements, repeated cuts, and, you know, you don't need an extra guy to hold your tape.
Yeah.
Easy as that.
Honestly, I didn't feel, there are some gimmicky tape stuff out there. I honestly did not feel that that was this. I feel like this actually has some very good real world usage in there. So that's why I wanted to show a second one on here. I really like this.
Yeah, it's a direct drive. It's not going to slip on you. The motor is literally encapsulated into the spool, so it's going to last a long time, and it's got lithium batteries built in, so a quick, easy charge, fast charging. So, yeah.
And how much is retail in both of these items?
So we're shooting for $100 is going to be our retail price, and you can get on our website.
On the turbo blade?
On the turbo blade,
okay.
Yes.
And then what about your Britton Square?
Our Britton Square is $59 on Amazon or our website. And then we're running a deal right now. It's $49 if you want to get on there and find us. So.
Okay, fantastic. And then this one's coming to Kickstarter. What do you think?
That'll be within a week or so. We're going to have it launching, but we'll have the information today to find out, what you need to do and save your information. So.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much.
No problem.
I'm over at the Vyper booth with Dane. Hey, Dane, how you doing?
Good, how you doing?
And so, there's a million different options for, shop comfort. We all know that we're standing out there for hours at a time, and we need some quality stools. But when we think about a premium brand, Vyper comes to mind. Can you tell me a little bit about your thought process with how you design these products and what you're looking to accomplish?
Of course. Our biggest thing when we design the products is we look for comfort and stability right away. And I'll take you to the Robust Steel Max. This is our top seller. And the great thing about it is you got this the wide rail, and that helps a ton with stability. So we all know we got the tiny little casters on previous chairs, and you slide and you tip over, and that could lead into an injury. You fall, you hurt yourself. So this wide base actually helps a ton with stability, so you can roll over any surface.
I mean, we're looking at serious steel supports here as opposed to like your cheapo tubular stuff. I mean, we've all bought the cheapo ones, and we've all had them fall apart.
Unfortunately.
The ratcheting mechanism that you have on this too is really cool.
Yeah, so it's a quick height. So you go 2 hands underneath to lift up.
Oh, so you don't even need to touch anything.
Exactly, and then you just drop it down here to lower the height. So quick mechanism. But yeah, you have thick steel. This is powder coat as well.
Okay.
To protect it, you got 5 4-inch industrial grade casters. So this is Swiss Trax flooring. I'm sure you have a smooth floor at home, but this rolls over this like butter.
Yeah.
And then the most important is the seat and the ergonomic backrest. These things are essential when you're sitting for long working durations. You need the comfort, and this provides you with that.
Yeah, awesome. Now, you also showed me that you have an additional thing. So let's say you're a little more robust than others. You have the ability to add on here and make it an even wider seat.
We do. So we have the big boy attachment. So you see you got the 2 additional side cushions here. And these can be attached onto this model. Say any model with a round seat, essentially, the big boy attachment can be added on.
So you're looking to make sure that everybody gets their comfort, no matter shape and size.
Doesn't matter.
Awesome.
Yeah, this is our second top seller. This is the elevated steel max. If you have a higher workstation, a higher bench that you're working at, this elevated steel max is essential for you. Same robust build, same construction. Just a little bit taller for your workstation.
And how much do these typically retail for?
This one retails for $625. This one retails for $595. We run sales every now and then.
But you can also get custom embroidering on these too, right?
You can. So you can get custom embroidery on the backrest, and you can also custom color the legs as well. So if you got a shop at home and you got your specific color,
I'm a little more blue in my shop.
So you can get it custom made for you.
And where can we find your products?
You can go to vyperindustrial.com. That's VYPER industrial.com. We got an Instagram handle of Vyper Chairs. We do a lot of cool stuff. We're doing a car giveaway here come soon.
Oh, a car giveaway. There we go.
2021 Porsche GT4.
A really good car giveaway.
So we got we'll be launching that in April. So yeah, awesome products made right here in the USA.
Okay, thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm here at the EcoFlow booth with Trinity. Hi, Trinity.
Hi, Trinity.
Very nice to meet you. So, a lot of the people who watch our channel, you guys go out to craft shows, you go up to different events, whether it be outdoors or, a public event like that, and you need to bring some power with you. So here are a couple cool options that are a little bit modular too, so they can kind of grow with you. Could you tell me a little bit more about it?
Yeah, this is our new Real 30 Plus model. So this one is 286 watt hours. It's pretty portable and pretty lightweight. So
Okay.
you can take it to everywhere, especially when you go camping or hiking, any outdoor activities, because you can charge with your laptop, with the appliances, with your phone, everything with this.
And you can charge this via solar too. There's solar hookup on the back.
Yes, and this one's output is 600 watt.
Okay.
So it's pretty, you can pretty much
Yeah.
power most of your stuff.
Yeah,
when
you
need
could
it.
probably power a small laser engraver with that if you're going out to a show, things like
Yeah.
that.
And then there's a little upgrade that we have here. This is the wireless version.
Okay.
So this one has a little spot for, this is our power bank.
Oh, cool.
This is
So we can
all-
slap that right on there.
Yep, that's magnetic.
Oh, flip it around.
Yep.
There we go. Cool.
Yeah, and then so this one right here charges this one. You just need to clip it. Then you can also put your phone on it, so it charges your phone too, like that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And then on these units as well, you have a cigarette lighter input, standard electrical outlet, 2 outlets on the back, additional USB and USB in the front too. So you have quite a bit of ports on this.
Yep.
Some were hidden in the back, so I wanted to
Yeah.
make sure we saw that.
Yeah, and then if you need more capacity, we do have more extra batteries options right here. So this one, this is a extra battery 300, and then it with this one together, these two together, you can go up to 572 watt hours.
Oh, great.
And then this is also a bigger version. I mean, if you need more capacity, this one's a bigger version. This is the extra battery 600.
Okay.
So with this one, you can go up to 858 watt hours.
You know what I really like about that is I get a lot of questions from, particularly in the laser engraving groups, what size battery pack do I need to run my machine out at something like this? So you could start with an investment like that, and then if you feel that you need more, you can just add on one of these. So it's nice that you have the ability to kind of grow with it and have some flexibility there
Yeah,
too.
of course. Yeah.
And so what's the typical MSRP on these?
Oh, well, you can check it on our website because it fluctuates,
Oh, it
quite a
fluctuates,
bit. Yeah, but check it out on EcoFlow.com. And then also we're also on Amazon and also other channels like Costco and Best Buy.
Oh, that's great. All right, well, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for stopping by and check out EcoFlow.
So new this year at the show is Superbrush, and I'm here with Diane. Hi, Diane.
Hi,
nice to
nice
meet
to
you.
meet you.
So, as a woodworker, when I'm thinking about application of my different stains and sealers and different things, sometimes I need to get into nooks and crannies, and so when we walked past your booth and I saw such an array of applicators, I had to stop. So tell me a little bit about your products.
Good. Well, thank you for stopping. Superbrush manufactures the Swabits line of foam swabs. These are a replacement to cotton swabs. They don't leave the lint behind that cotton swabs
That's
does.
very important.
Very important. We have lots of sizes. Teeny ones to get into the cracks and crevices, to put in adhesives for doweling, to get around areas to put adhesives or stain, and they're all washable and reusable.
Oh,
so there's a
fantastic. That's great.
sustainability to them as well. We
I really, just even to interrupt you,
Yeah,
I really
no
like
problem.
the thinness of this one, just so it's a large applicator, but then I can get a really thin crevice there.
Absolutely.
Love that one.
Absolutely. And we have some larger surface if you have a bigger area that you need to cover with something.
Yep.
And then the precision tips. And we sell, this is the newest product, Bench Buddies, just to have on your workbench.
Okay.
Great little tools for all the things that you need. They come in 2 different sizes. In addition to these, we have a car care line for auto detailing, a firearms line for gun cleaning, and then different retail packs for everything from pet care to craft and hobby.
So you have an applicator for every type of need that we could come up with.
A swab for every job.
There you go. Awesome. Good job. So
Yeah.
where can we find the swab for every job?
Easiest way is direct from our website,
Okay.
it's www.swabits.com. We're on Amazon as well and in some retail locations.
All right.
So,
Fantastic product.
Good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Justin.
Yep. I was walking by and I saw the bit pouch. This is Grady. How you doing, Grady?
Doing great. And you, Justin?
Good. So, we're always looking for good ways to store our accessories with our power tools. Tell me a little bit about the bit pouch.
Well, we developed the bit pouch because we always had problems keeping the bits on the job site. You lose them in your pocket, or on the job site you'll drop them off a ladder.
Sure.
So my son and I came up with the bit pouch. It attaches to the side of the drill motor, batteries, or any of your other power tools. Inside, we have a compartment for storing all your bits that you would need for any particular project.
Okay.
On the outside, where we put all the hardware, so you're not putting the bits in your mouth and the hardware in your mouth. It just stays there. It attaches to the side of the drill motor, or if it's a smaller Dremel. Dremel has the same thing for smaller bits that would go inside. It attaches just to that. You can still use the tool. Also, it adapts to a jigsaw, holds your jigsaw blades. If you burn up a blade, if you break a blade, they're right there with your jigsaw. You don't have to go hunt them down. Also, an added feature is we do have a competitor out there. It's the wristband. So we also have the wristband attachment that you can use that for smaller hardware projects where you're going to lose the screws and keep them right there.
So this is all attached with hook and loop, Velcro on there. Are you able to just use any adhesive Velcro on your tools to add another surface for it to go to?
Most of the major brands will adapt to hanging on to the batteries or the actual drills. And then this Velcro on the back will attach to any of those without having to wear out or it won't wear out.
Okay, great. So one of the businesses that I own, obviously you guys know if you watch my channel, I own a big Christmas light company, so I have guys up on ladders and roofs and everything. So for us, being able to have our stuff on us securely is very important. So this would definitely work out for my crews.
And they won't be doing this.
Yes, exactly. So how much does the typical bit pouch retail for?
They retail for in the neighborhood of about $19.
Okay.
And they come in 3 different sizes. We have the small, medium, and large.
Oh.
And the large will hold everything in this packet is inside this bit pouch.
Oh, wow.
So you'll always have what you need.
Yeah, solid. All right, and where can we find the bit pouch?
You can find this at thebitpouch.com or on Amazon.
All right, thank you so much.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate you coming by.
As a DIYer, I have to do painting all the time, and so when I walked past, I saw the BetterGrip with David. How you doing, David?
Doing great, Justin.
So, I have to say, painting is probably my least favorite thing that I do with stuff. So hopefully your product can make that a little bit better for me. Tell me about it.
So it's basically designed for people like us, because I'm in the same boat, okay? And it's designed to make the job easier, less frustrating for average painters. It's a 3-piece design. Basically comes with a main handle, an extension handle, 2 arms. Also includes a 1/2-inch nap cover. It comes in 3 sizes, 18-inch, 9-inch, and a 4-inch. But what's unique and is different about our roller, makes it better, is the fact that depending on the project and the person using it, you can use it a number of ways. So if my wife prefers a traditional feel, I simply keep the extension handle in it and I use it like a regular roller.
Sure.
If I'm doing touch-ups or small projects, I can literally take that handle out and I can paint like this. It takes a lot of stress off of your wrist. We actually had a gentleman who had hand issues who showed us this way to use it.
Cool.
Basically, the way it works is you
rotate
rotate the main handle 90 degrees. You can hold it like this. I don't even have to squeeze it, still hold it. It takes all of the stress off of your hand, off of your wrist. It also, that same hole for the extension handle can go with any standard extension pole for hard to reach places like the ceilings, the upper walls, or deck. But what's nice is, because it attaches on both sides, I can actually apply pressure without getting that frustrating flex, a thin trail on one side, heavy trail on the other, or the cover walking.
I do like too, since it's being held on both sides, when I have to take my roller off at the end, you're literally doing this guy. Is it easy to take off the roller without getting you covered in paint?
That's actually a benefit that a lot of our customers point out and love, is unlike that traditional wireframe roller that I inadvertently get paint somewhere, is with ours, we simply unscrew one arm, tilt the frame sideways, give it a little shimmy, and covers fall off without me touching.
Much cleaner.
A little soap, water, light scrubbing, and I can literally get it as clean as I want, ready for the next project.
Okay, great.
Yeah, it's very durable. Like I said, ergonomic handle is great when you're painting extended periods.
So from like a build perspective too, by having it with this square lock, you enable it's not going to slip. So it's not a circular lock that's under pressure. You're literally form factoring, but it allows you to do that rotation.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a cool design. I like that.
Yeah, and it's very functional. Like I said, for the average person, we've had contractors use it. But again, our market, they use it, they love it, they generally go out and tell other people.
Okay, and so what are we looking at, like MSRP on your typical units? So obviously you have a lot of options.
Yeah, well, our most popular, of course, is the 9-inch. and a suggested retail is $19.95.
Okay.
The 4-inch you're looking at 16. The 18 is about 37. You can actually pick it up on our website, BetterGripPaintRoller.com. We're also on Amazon, and we're in a number of independent retailers throughout the United States and some abroad. So.
And then what about just a last question on durability? Because, this is, instead of like a metal or wood product, this is a plastic product. So how are we with durability?
So one of the things that a lot of people appreciate when they actually get to see it and hold it is that it's not a cheap plastic product. We actually put it through about 5 months of testing. We've literally done some hardcore testing on it, and it survived. It'll withstand anything a DIYer throws its way.
Okay.
The other thing that I didn't point out, Justin, is the roller cover is not proprietary to us.
Okay.
So if somebody has a Purdy cover, Wooster, or our brand that they like, regardless of the thickness of it, it'll fit our roller.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Hey,
I appreciate
thank
it.
you. I appreciate it.
This is SlurryTub, and I'm here with Chris. Hi, Chris.
Hey, Justin. Thanks for dropping by.
Sure. So, when we're doing construction work, we're making a mess a lot of the time. And so you have a product here that is going to keep our job sites cleaner and, the mess where it needs to be. Tell me a little bit about
Most important, we're going to keep the lakes and the rivers clean.
that. That's
number
super
one.
important. Super
Okay.
important.
So basically, if you're a contractor, if you're a home builder, if you're in the construction business, if you're a landscaper, okay, what do you do with your leftover slurry? You can't put it down the drains anymore. And everybody's having this challenge, what do I do with it? Great, that's what you got the SlurryTub for. Think of it as a coffee machine. You get up in the morning, you put your filter in your coffee machine, you put your beans in, water goes in, it filters, you got your cup, you take the filter, you throw it out. Same process, you got this SlurryTub, heavy duty, you can step on it, beat it up, can't hurt it.
Nice, great.
It's got 2 holes on each side to drain from. You got your you got your filter here, you got your wet slurry. If you got a concrete jack that pulls up and you got to dump out the wet slurry from the chute, goes into the wheelbarrow, it dumps into this, 25 to 28 minutes, it's filtered out and it's clean. You take the hard filter, you throw it in the garbage. The other nice thing is when you're on a job site, you're a landscaper, how many times have they dumped this wet slurry into the grass and everybody steps into it, then they step on the brand new paver.
Yeah.
Now you got a homeowner who's very upset and it's going to take hours to clean it. Now you make this a mandatory washout station on every job site where this is where you wash your boots, your tools, your trowels, absolutely everything. Now you have a clean environment and you have a clean job site.
So it makes a lot of sense. What are we looking at price-wise on this?
That's a great question. We have a starter kit that helps everybody out. You get the tub and you get 6 filters for $89 US.
All right. So after initial investment, though, when I'm buying replacement liners, what is the cost of the liners?
So the liners, the pack comes in a pack of 6 for $38.30, which works out to around $6 a day to keep a job clean.
So on a professional construction site, no brainer. Even for a homeowner and tool enthusiast out there who's not going to be using this as much, that still is a great price point for being able to have that.
If you're a tile guy, you're 2 levels up in a building, and every hour you got to go all the way downstairs and do a washout, come all the way back up at $30, $40 an hour. Guess what? You put this up on a table, you hook up a hose, you pour it into the bucket, you can reuse the water, you never leave the job site. You figure that out in a day.
I really do like the eco-friendly attitude of this product because there are so many things that I do where, I'm washing things down the drain and I really kind of feel bad about that. This gives me a solution where if I don't want to do that,
you just can't do that anymore. Can't do that anymore. Right? We're here to protect our environment.
So where do we find SlurryTub?
SlurryTub is quite simple. www.slurrytubusa.com.
Okay, great.
All
Thank
day
you so
long.
much, Chris.
Thank you.
I'm at the North American booth with Matt. How you doing, Matt?
Hey, good.
Good,
Thank you.
Awesome. So, this might not be a tool per se, but I'm a big believer in the importance of first aid and safety equipment. Whether we're in the shop and we're being safe or just a traumatic incident happens. Literally last week, I was driving my truck and there was a horrific motorcycle accident right in front of me. The kid almost died. And I was the only person to stop and run over to him and try to attend to him right away while everybody else was looking on. So having safety equipment, having first aid equipment on you is never a bad thing. It can only result in helping a situation. So why don't you tell me about your flagship product here?
Yeah, so at North American Rescue, we are products with our mission. Our mission is that we want to prevent as many pre-hospital deaths as we can from traumatic injuries. The #1 cause of death in this country for anybody under age 45 is a traumatic injury, with that mechanism of injury being uncontrolled bleeding.
Yeah.
So here at North American Rescue, our flagship product is the CAT tourniquet. CAT stands for Combat Application Tourniquet, is what it stands for. It is the #1 tourniquet in the world. It is a true one-handed tourniquet, and it is here to save lives.
So I actually own 2 already. I have 1 in each one of my cars.
Perfect. That is awesome. So great thing is, this is super easy to use. Opens up in a circle, as so. Goes on an arm or a leg. Apply it to the limb. Pull it as tight as you can. That's the key, is make sure you pull it as tight as you can, that initial pull.
Yep.
Take the windlass, spin it until the bright red bleeding stops, which is about a turn and a half there. To secure the strap, I run it back through, tuck it in, and then I secure it with this, what we call the time stamp, to where you write the time to when the tourniquet's applied. And it's that easy to save a life.
It's important to fill out that time as well, so that people at the hospital know how long blood has been cut off from that limb.
That's right, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
So where can we find your products at?
So products are on narescue.com, so NorthAmericanRescue.com. We sell them retail. We sell them through plenty of distributors also.
Yeah, and what's retail on this one?
About $34.99.
You know, that could save your limb, it could save your life, so that's a great price.
Absolutely, and I leave this on so to show that it's completely safe up to 2 hours. There's no worries about amputations and all that people fear.
Oh.
No need to fear it.
Great. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, so first aid equipment is super important. Obviously, here in the shop, there's lots of bad things that can happen in here, so having a good first aid kit is very, very important for you and your loved ones. I hope you got a lot of good content from the National Hardware Show. Again, I still have my day 1 and 2 videos out that are already out, so check those ones out if you haven't watched them. There's lots of good stuff in there. I hope you got a lot of good content. If you did, I hope you'll hit like and subscribe. That's what really helps me out. It's free to you. And as always, stay safe in the shop. I'll see you in the next one.